how can I take my brand to the next level? I've heard the fans, right? You like to see me dunk on people, so I've been doing that. We've sold posters, we've made t-shirts, we've got a billboard. So the question is, what's next?
What about a mural? Like the witness mural in Cleveland.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like huge, right?
Bro, well, it was 10 stories tall. You saw it every time you went downtown.
Bet I'm messing with that. Yeah. Can you get Austin on the phone and see if he can make this happen?
Oh, of course. I'm sure it won't be an issue, though. But are you going to use the dunk from tonight, or?
100. I want the fans to feel like they're a part of making something big, like they're part of history, my history, you know?
I love it. All right, should be a fun game then.
Yes.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word SUBS along with your issue and SIP location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. The National Basketball Association and the Phoenix Suns are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch, find the range, find themselves. We're almost at game time. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've already seen some great plays from this year's rookie class, and there will surely be more to follow as we move through the month of November. Now let's look at the rookies leading the charge with their play in the Rookie of the Year race. You take a look at Harper. He's a ways down the ladder if the award was given out today, but there's still time in the season for him.
And what an influx of young talent that it's come into the league this year. No question, this group is ready for life in the NBA. The competition for the Rookie of the Year award is going to be intense.
And what's interesting, some of these guys are already getting a ton of minutes, earning their coach's trust.
And the starting group for the Spurs, filling the perimeter spots, are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Harper. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. And for the Suns, perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. Williams is out there with NP. And it's Goodwin in at the 1 spot. I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focus on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Here is Williams following the bucket by the Spurs. Back to MP. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with the head coach for the Suns. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively. And he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical, That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Suns moving the ball around. From downtown. Kicks it out to Booker. Down low. Tries again. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. Back to Vassell. Offline with his three. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that one's good. MP.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. And he actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Johns, thanks for the update. Now, here's Harper. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. 3 on the clock, and the basket by Castle.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Goodwin. And it's 8 points for MP. Spurs trail by 4. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Vassell. Rebound by the Suns.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
There is no stopping that. Wembanyama with a forceful finish.
Goodwin kicks to MP. Another miss by MP. The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Booker. And now the Suns a fast break. MP, that's for 2. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the basket by MP.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Harper. Back to Castle. For 3, Vassell. Phoenix grabs the miss. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. MP finds Booker. Count it.
Well, out in space, Booker is tough to stop because he will find that pace and finish.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. MP deciding where to go with it. Back to Booker. MP passes to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. MP, good. And a nice assist from Booker. 14 points for MP.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
16 seconds left to play in the first. Sweet move. And they pick up 2. Wembanyama has got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touch by MP.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of Spurs trail. Look now for San Antonio. Champagne's checked in, and Castle is subbed in for Bryant.
Team, everyone. Get loud for them once again.
Perimeter pair for him will be Booker and Brooks. Then it's MP. Then it's Goodwin. And it's Iguodala in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Harper. Stolen by Brooks. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Suns.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Brooks kicks to MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Wembanyama against MP. Wembanyama applied down hard.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Good on the shot. And now 24 points for MP.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Harper. Pass to Castle. And here is Johnson. Brooks covering. Shoots a fader. Unable to get that one. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, folks, for the Phoenix Suns tonight. They're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low. Good things will happen, don't you know?
Ooh, you're rhyming and didn't even know it. A poet.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
When you have 2 players going at each other like this, it becomes a point of pride. That's when the sparks fly. That's when it gets interesting.
For us and for the fans watching. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to moves that he loves.
But you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Harper, and it's Champagnie in at the 4. Now Castle. He has 7, just 5 to shoot, and the Spurs scoring again.
Well, his scoring ability is why this game is all tied up. A few more key possessions like that, and they could start to pull away.
A 3 from MP. Rebound San Antonio. Vassell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Right side, Harper. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And MP throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Pass to Wembanyama. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
First one falls for him.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Back to MP. Good on the bucket. That's 28 points for MP.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And checking out some numbers for Keldon Johnson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Williams finds Brooks, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. All going up court. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And now a 4-point Suns lead. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. There's 1:59 left in the third. MP passes to Goodwin. Back to MP.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's ready to talk things through with them. The Suns making a change here. Green's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Plumlee is checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for MP. Spurs trail by 6. Vassell outside. Spurs passing it around. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And that one's good, MP.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Harper. Still yet to score. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And here is MP. 32 points in the game. Loads it up for Williams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Spurs trail by 8. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
And here's MP for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. MP's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Vassell was screen on Green. Here's Castle. Rebound by the Suns. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Here's MP. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Vassell finds Castle. Fires the 3. And Vassell is good for 3. Vassell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing up. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
And he runs their offense for a reason. He's got...
He's checked in for the Suns. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
MP is out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Iguodala in at the 5. Who's out there for Phoenix.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter, and too much time in the lane to get called for the 3-second violation. The Suns leading. Booker outside. Back to MP. Green passes to MP. Can't throw it down with one hand. For San Antonio, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Waters. Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
4-point game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here is Wembanyama. Oh, the dunk!
How about the young fellow? Wembanyama with a big-time bucket.
Suns have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 in the field in the fourth quarter so far. Down he goes for 3.
When they need a bucket, Booker will go get one for them.
Now Wembanyama, big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
It's intercepted. Booker against Castle. Now Wembanyama. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
How about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now MP. Layup, no good. And the foul called on MP.
16.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
17 foul.
San Antonio trailing here. A minute 20 left in the fourth. Now Wembanyama. Goodwin with the steal.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Castle with it, now guarded by Booker, to take the lead. Goodwin with the steal. MP fires. And the 3 misses. And it's the Spurs ball. Now Wembanyama. Oh, what a play inside.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Batted away by Wembanyama with authority. Victor saw that coming a mile away.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Number 16. 30 points of the foul. 14 foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And something scouts found very appealing about Dylan Harper. His skills are ahead of the rookie curve. He's got a deep bag already. A lot of moves that other guys would need to get screwed on.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
It's Booker. Booker on the move. MP misses the 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Pressure moment for Castle.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. MP outside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end, with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said.
We're here with MP, whose team couldn't quite come up with the win. But what do you think was the issue tonight?
Tonight was a matter of inches. There were shots I thought I had lined up to block, and maybe if I did, we get the loose ball, we get out and run. Instead, they get the shot off, and even if they don't make it, an offensive rebound here, a loose ball foul there, and now they have some momentum. Some nights, that's all it takes.
We wish you luck, MP.
Thanks.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks. And that'll do it, folks.
Yo, 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 we got something crazy for you guys today.
Hit me.
Well, you all know how I got into the Grateful Dead recently, right?
Yep, kind of a weird pivot, but I dig it.
My mom used to listen to that stuff all the time growing up, so not really that weird.
All right, fair enough, but where you going with this?
Well, anyway, I saw this video of Dead & Company show, and they had these drones turn into a giant animated skeleton. So I asked myself, what if the drones could turn into me dunking on someone? And get this, turns out they can do it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Devin Booker.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Here are the five for the Suns. Filling out the wings, it's going to be Booker and Brooks. MP is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, Alperen Sengun out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Thompson in at point guard. Well, something that's fun to track every season, Richard. Which players are having a breakout year?
And we usually see it with the younger players, but I especially love seeing it from guys that have been in the league. Normally it's about finding the right situation.
Three-pointer Brooks. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Sengun, and the layup falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Sengun with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Back to Brooks. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Inside. And MP with a basket on the assist by Booker. And now just over a minute played here in the first. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Durant. Pass to Sengun. Three-pointer. And it's rebounded by Gillespie.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
And here's MP from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention.
And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, setting a solid pick and then getting himself open. Şengün playing really well in that part.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Here's Thompson. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Working hard inside. Şengün, man, does he earn these calls.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Smith, he's checked in for Capella. No good on the second free throw. Talking about Alperen Şengün for a moment. What are some things that stand out about him to you, RJ?
I would say his passing for sure. He's very Jokic-esque with some of the dimes that he dropped. And we've seen him accept a bigger role on the scoring side also.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. There's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. Back to you guys.
He is on the rise. Thank you, Allie. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Steven Adams checked in for Houston. Shepard comes in for Eason. Now here's Booker. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. MP finds Williams. Here's MP, and he comes up with a bucket. And it's 6 points for MP.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Pass to Smith. Here's Durant. Here's Adams. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Here's Gillespie. No made baskets yet. Here's MP. Smith with the rebound. Durant with it. Checked by Brooks. And Durant gets it to go.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play tough, physical D, but that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
On the wing, MP. 50 seconds left in the first. Gets the 3 ball to go. MP's got 9. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Count it.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
So it's Phoenix now. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Here's MP. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 11 points in the game.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Durant for 3. The Suns clear it. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Here's Thompson, and it's Houston scoring again. It's a tie game here in Houston. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter. Houston making some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Finney Smith. Eason comes in for Shepard. And it's Amin Thompson in for Van Vliet. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Tari Eason is out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Eason from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
From deep, MP. Look it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first half. Durant, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And he gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point Phoenix lead.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does. And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Right wing. Back to MP. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Outside Durant. .102 left in the first half of basketball. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint. Here's Booker. MP outside. And it's Phoenix with another.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Thompson passes to Eason. Şengün, a screen on Booker. Eason. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Şengün's got 8.
Offensive rebound is a big part of Şengün's game. Just look at his numbers. They've been great over the years.
Back to MP. 13 feet out. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 7. Thompson finds Smith. The kick to Durant. Down low. And there's Şengün. That one's good. On the assist by Durant. That's 10 points for Alperen Şengün. Here's MP. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Phoenix out in front, leading by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Suns.
If you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
Making it rain, and their opponent brought no umbrellas. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, It seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, chums, appreciate the report. Kicking off the second half, here's Jordan Odds 5. Filling out the wings, it's going to be Booker and Brooks. Mark Williams out there with MP. And it's Gillespie in at the 1 spot. Outside Durant. Jacks up a 3. KD splashes the triple.
No hesitation from the swingman. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Phoenix leading by 4. Gillespie passes to MP. Williams with it. Durant covering. From deep, MP. Counted from distance. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Capella against MP. And Williams over to help. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Thompson. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys?
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. MP outside. 4-3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Durant finds Capella. To stop the run, Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. A nice shot by MP.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
It's Booker on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For the Rockets, Smith comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Shepard in for Eason. And the Suns also making a change. Green is checked in. Phoenix leading by 13. Pass to Gillespie, back to MP. Takes the 3. Offensive board. Brooks outside. Sinks it from distance. Brooks has got 6.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Outside Durant. 1:27 left to play in the third. Out to the wing. Pass to Shepard. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
Here's MP. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Durant. Up top Smith, covered by MP. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Phoenix has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Durant with it, checked by Brooks. Pass to Thompson. Smith inside. MP's there. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
MP finds Williams. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's MP. Here's Gillespie. Back to MP. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. MP's got 36 points. Durant against Brooks. Smith outside. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 6 assists here tonight. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Suns on top, up by 12. He's checked in for the Rockets. And a change for the Suns. MP is checked in for O'Neal. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Van Vliet and Shepard, they're the guards. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Booker, good.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Green against Durant. He can't get it to go. Green with the defensive effort.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight. Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to Smith. There's the triple. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Iguodaro's got his 6th rebound on the night. MP. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. So for the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Smith. Eason comes in for Shepard. And it's Amin Thompson in for Fred VanVleet. Phoenix also changing it up. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Iguodaro. Dylan Brooks comes in for Green. And Gillespie is subbed in for Goodwin. He got it!
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Down by 15. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. Now Thompson. Clock at 6. Outside Şengün. Can't hit it. Phoenix leading by 15.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's the pass to Williams. Şengün with a steal. Outside Eason. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside Capella. Here's Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, off target from downtown. MP. Brooks outside. Outside Booker. Puts up the tray. Williams. Banks it home. Big shot.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Suns.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm. And they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Now MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. MP fires. The three is off. And it's Houston's ball. 17-point game. Here's Capella. Oh, no good on the layup. MP! He's off from three. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA.
A dominant game by MP, leading his team to victory. MP, you broke 40 points tonight. Is 40 just a number? What does it mean in today's NBA?
20 points means hot soup. 30 points means a hot meal. When I drop 40, that means a whole buffet. I'm feeding every family on the team, Jennifer Quintana. We all eat when I hit 40, and it feels great.
We're eating good tonight then, MP. Thank you.
Steak and lobster for everybody.
Over to you, BA.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks a lot. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.